Yeah, it definitely caught. You know, I mean, me and Jezzy, it's documented. Like we fell out and we wasn't going with each other. You know what I'm saying? And you know when me and Jezzy went to go patch things up.
What brought that together?
Hurricane Dave, who worked at Hot 107.9 at the time, you know, he really went to bat for me, you know, and I was on the station at the time, and you know, the situation between me and Jezzy kind of bled over into the streets. And
in what way?
I mean, there were a couple incidents, you know.
Entourages?
Yep. Yeah, there was a
the usual.
There was a situation at Sweet Lounge. There was a situation at the Notorious premiere.
Was that because of your relationship with Gucci, or just from prior, or everything?
It was because of my relationship with Gucci, and it was because I was taking shots on the tapes, like
Got you.
Yeah, I was I was talking and again, I had somebody in my camp at the time that was fueling it, and like very.
Who was this notorious
You always got a instigator.
Who was the notorious instigator?
He said earlier, if you rewinded, that there was somebody who was with him who was a hothead. He actually said the name.
Yeah. I mean, y'all can go if y'all do y'all research. You'll figure it out. But
it's all good.
And shout to him. I actually just seen him in Nashville a couple days ago.
Why is everybody in Nashville? What's going on there?
I don't know, but
Yeah, a lot of
Everybody's in Nashville right now.
yeah, like
drama. Like we gotta move them.
so basically, between Hurricane Dave and Boo Tyam, who was working with Jezzy at the time, we wound up, we had to sit down, and we came to an agreement. Or I don't even want to say an agreement, but we patched things up.
Right.
And at the time, it just felt like it wouldn't be right if we didn't go all the way and try to get Gucci and Jezzy to kind of mend.
Because now you became the bridge.
I became the bridge. Coach K was working with Gucci at the time, after
Jezzy,
After
K was
Jezzy.
working with Gucci?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know K was working with Gucci.
Yeah, that's how QC came about. Because
Was with Gucci and all
because
that?
P is Guap's man,
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
and Coach was managing Gucci, and Gucci made the connection with P and Coach.
Wow.
So yeah, Coach went
I
to
ain't know.
Coach went to
history
go
lesson here.
manage.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, Coach went to manage Gucci after Jezzy, and then there were rumblings that Jezzy and Gucci had kind of like seen each other or had a convo, and once we heard about that, we was like, look, let's if we're gonna do this, let's go all out. So we had the conversation.
Were you trying to put a Gangster Grills together with them? It
We
sounds like we.
Or was it more important? To
Well,
just
they
get
were
the
trying
beef
to.
out
There
the
were
way?
there were song like Jezzy was supposed to get on a Gucci song, and Gucci was supposed to get on a Jezzy song. So if y'all remember, the Trapper Died 2 song that came out, there was a Gucci verse on there, and everybody thought it was fake, but it was real, And then Jezzy was supposed to do a Gucci song that I don't think ever happened at that time, but we went on the radio. We went on Hot 107.9, and I did like a special edition of Gangster Grill Radio. It was like a Thursday night, and me and Jezzy got on the radio, and went live, and made our amends and said, let's get back to work. And then Gucci called from jail and got on the phone. And y'all gotta understand, like, this is at a time in Atlanta where it was like, it really like
Tore the city
up.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Like down
It was
to
fractured.
like down to the point of like kids in school who were like kids of security of various, of both parties, and there were just issues like, if somebody from this camp was in the club, you couldn't play this music. If the other camp was in the club, you couldn't play this man's music. Like, it was tense. That's the only time in my life where I ever felt like I had to look over my shoulder when I would go out, and I didn't like that feeling. Like I don't like moving like that. Like I've always felt love from the streets.
Right.
Wherever I go, like the streets love me. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So was there like, okay, we going through this drama, but we making so much money right now? Was the money a factor?
In what way?
In a way where, okay, all the shit is going on, these guys are going at each other.
Well, fucking the money
records
up. It was fucking the money up because it was fucking the city up. Like DJs were getting hands put on them, you know, for playing the records like
Right.
a Jezzy record. If 1017 was in there, or you know, if somebody played a Gucci record, if CTE was in there, like it was just getting hostile. So when we went on the radio and like patched it up, it was like a weight lifted off the city's
Like everybody
shoulders.
just
Like it
exhaled.
was just a celebration that night. Like it was like the verses before the verses happened,
Gotcha.
in a sense. Like that was the initial trying to rectify it and get these guys back together, or you know. And again, like some real took place, so
Yeah.
we understand why, you know, it is what it is.
Why it took so long?
Yeah.